the event, hashtags JS Roundabout. Also, if you've got any plates, I think they're just on the end there. I'm not sure if anyone's seen, but yeah, I'll hand you over to Sara now. Should be a really good talk, and then we have Christian speaking after that. So yeah, just hand you over now.
Hi guys. So I'm going to talk about Preact. First of all, I want you to raise your hands if you've ever heard about Preact. Okay? Keep your hands up, please. I just want to tire you all so you don't have to really focus on my talk. No, this was actually serious. Keep your hands up, please. So of those people who've heard about it, who has ever used it? Okay, cool. Who has ever used it? Oh. Oh, no, come on, guy. Okay, just started. Are you serious? No, but there was a guy behind you. I was actually talking to you, actually. So this is what I'm here. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, cool. So this is what I'm here to try and fix. So I really like Preact, so I'm gonna try and convince you to actually use it. Give it a try. See if you like it. See if you don't. So hello, my name is Sara. I work at YLD and basically make useless stuff on the internet as well. If you want to check that out, that's totally fun. And I am NikitaFTW on Twitter. I'm from Portugal. You guys remember us? We won the Euro last year. That was pretty cool. Yeah. This is true. Like, not even we know how the fuck that happened, but okay. So Preact. Yeah, let's not ever talk about that again. Okay, so I know what your first question is, and yes, I brought stickers, so that's cool. So I know what your second question is why am I listening to you? Well, I'm the second talk. It's gonna be kind of lame if you left in the middle of the first one, so you kind of got to stick here. Also, I know you guys are thinking probably like there's a million other frameworks, and there are. I am just showing you my side to a framework that you are probably already familiar with the syntax, which is pretty good. I think the biggest pain point to change to any framework besides project managers is the syntax. So you kind of already know the Preact syntax, it just has some sugar or less sugar on it depending on what you like on React. So that's mainly why I'm showing you this, because I think it's amazing. It needs to be shown to the world because Jason deserves all the amazing stuff he built. And the first reason why I chose Preact as my love or something, I don't know, is the community. So there is an amazing community behind Preact because there is actually a community. It's not Facebook. There's actually people. I know Facebook has people, but you get my point. There's actually like individuals. So it's just amazing. I've met some of the people that work with Preact and the Preact CLI, and they're pretty amazing. They're not focused on. They're not a single company person. They're random people from all over the world. And actually the reason that I got familiar with Preact was because I was having a problem in my old company. This is gonna get exciting. So we had like an Angular app. So cool, huh? We had an Angular 1 app. I'm just clarifying that. So we had an Angular 1 app, and then we had like a payment method directive that had all the payment methods, and that was in Angular 2. But we decided that we wanted to make one of the payment methods in React because we're pretty smart human beings. We thought that like integrating the React into the Angular thing would be like an hour. Yeah, we're obviously very, very wrong. And so after like 2 days later, after trying that, I tweeted out something and I was like, can somebody please help me? I'm seriously about to become an Uber driver. Like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. And Jason was the one that actually came to me and explained what he did. And it fucking worked. Like, it worked. It was amazing. It still works, I think. And I left. And that was and I was like, okay, I think this guy has a framework. So I checked it out, and I was like super into it, really, really liked it. And there's also like an end to that company story. So then I left, I changed projects. After a week later, I went back and I was like, so what's up, guys? How are you doing? And apparently now they were loading the React thing in the Angular thing with Polymer. And I never was so happy that I changed projects in my entire life, because that was just a mess. So, and also another thing is Preact, both, but Preact is very performant. So first of all, it's 3 kilobytes, and it was made with performance in mind. It doesn't support as many browsers as React, so a lot of the stuff that overbloats it's not there anymore. Which is fine if you're not supporting older browsers. If you're supporting IE8, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for you, like really fucking sorry for you. That's it. It's a very performance, which is amazing. It has I'm sorry for this icon. Like, it was the best I could do. It has React compatibility. What does this even mean? Well, it means you can use it with any React component. So the good thing about React is that the community outside of the React package, and the React package obviously, but I'm saying like everyone creates their own React components, which is amazing. So you literally do not have to reinvent the wheel. I think like every React component that you may ever think of it already exists, which is dope. But there aren't so many in Preact, and you can use any React component with Preact, which is amazing because you don't have that. You don't have to like stick to only like the only components that exist in Preact. You can use pretty much anything that is on the internet. How, you may ask? So the first thing you need to do is there is a little library called Preact Compat, which basically is the compatibility. Okay, that makes sense. The compatibility layer for React and Preact. And how you install it is, I'm assuming that you're using Webpack. This also works with Browserify, but I've never actually used Browserify, I'm sorry. So you resolve it as an alias. So instead of like going for React, this thing goes for Preact Compact. Instead of going for React DOM, it goes for Preact Compact. If you're supporting something really old, for create Preact class, for example, you can also do that. I would attempt to not put this and see if it works. And if it doesn't, try to trace the component that makes it not work and update it, please. Cool. Glad we had this talk, guys. And that is pretty much it. Like after you do this, every component that you import into your app will automatically work with Preact. And that is not a lot of code. And this is Webpack, and I understand it, so that's a pretty big statement. Okay, so let's go about like all the things that are included with Preact. So the first thing is yes, 6 class components and all the awesome lifecycle methods. The component did catch lifecycle from React 16 is in PR state right now, so it should probably be implemented in the next month, I guess. So that's cool. All the other lifecycle methods work, of course. You have iOrder components, create them composes, that's cool. Functional components, obviously, they just receive the props. You also have contexts, so pretty much all the things. So refs, like we all use it. You're gonna be like, yeah, no, I don't need it. Yeah, you do. Shut up. Virtual DOM diffing, which is pretty much a taken, but Preact diff is very simple. You can actually read through the code. Like it's way readable, which is pretty cool. It's that simple, but it's effective and it's extremely fast. Okay, so what's added in Preact? Props and state in render. This is super sweet. So imagine that you have a stateless component and then you have to turn it into a class component. So the first thing that hurts in your stomach is that you lose all those fancy deconstructing things that you get in the render. Yeah, you don't anymore. That's gone. You're gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. So it passes this.props and this.state are passed to the render automatically. Also the context, are passed to the state automatically. You can deconstruct them. You can do whatever you want, and no need for const, equals, braces, and all the stuff that you need to equals this.state. I think I added an extra equals. You get my drift. DOM updates. So there's batching of DOM updates are debounced and using set timeout, which makes it way better. You can also use request animation frames. So there's 3 updates at one time, and then it waits a couple of times. So you can use CSS Class. I know this is not like the biggest thing in the world because you can use it now. But you can use CSS Class. You can still use class name, but class is actually preferred. I don't know. I thought Jason was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. Let's just use class. I'm okay with that. So component and element recycle and pooling, which is very good for performance reasons. So what's missing in Preact? Children. Sorry. I don't know why that was funny, just for me. It's not necessary in Preact because props.children is always an array. Yay. There's always more than one children. Dangerously setting in your HTML. Do you really want this? Like how much do you really want this? There's Preact Markup to fill this gap. Preact Markup does one thing that dangerously setting in your HTML does not do, which is try and see if you're screwing up in your HTML, which is good. Synthetic events. Like I said, Preact's browser support does not require a lot of overhead that React has, which is why it's also way smaller. It's not just magic. Since there's no browser support, it doesn't need all the back support. It doesn't need a lot of code that React does. So Preact uses the browser's native add event listener for event handling. It doesn't do anything else, doesn't do synthetic events, because all the new browsers actually understand this. So let's do some live coding, because I don't have enough self-esteem issues already. I'm probably just gonna yell because I have the mic here and I need 2 hands to code, I think. Do I? Yeah. So let me try and get out of here. Okay, so I'm gonna use a Preact CLI, and let's just assume that I'm gonna run this code that I already did because I didn't have the internet password. So I use my 3G internet. So the Preact CLI is a very simple thing to do. So basically you go like Preact create. The default is the default template that you're going to use. In this case, it's default, but there are other templates that you can use. Let me put this a little bigger. And then you give it a name to your app. I'm going to use Uber Cities because once I was bored and just created a crawler that gives me all the cities that have Uber. Because I keep doing this, like every time I go to a new city, I'm like, is there Uber in something? So I just made a service for it. Cool, right? Yeah, I'm very cool. Sorry. And I pass it -- yarn because yarn for life. That's it. You can use normal things. You can use NPM. It's totally fine. Then I installed Axios. Okay, that was the only things that I did, I promise. So I'm going to cd into Uber Cities. This automatically installs the stuff, so I did not actually install them afterwards. And I'm going to go yarn dev on this. Okay, so this is like building up all the modules, and there we go. Let me open up the browser, and let me put this down. Can everyone still know? No.
Sarah, do you want me to help you? I can hold it for you. Do you want me to-
Yeah, sure. I have an assistant now.
Yes, I will assist you.
Got it. I nailed it. I've reached peak front end, guys. Don't need to do anything else. So here oh crap, I forgot to open it in code. Wait, sorry about that. Sorry, Amy. Just gonna keep you here for as long as I can, really. Okay, so let's open this in code. So the first thing that I'm gonna show you is actually the routes. So not these routes, because they work in a slightly different way. So you have a route in I keep forgetting that you're not like here. Is this better? Because I saw someone squinting. That's not good.
Lovely colors.
Thank you. You're so nice. So this actually behaves a little. Oh, I can do this. No, it's fine. Okay. Yep. So just stand there. Yeah, cool.
I'll go this way.
No. And you have like, okay, so home is actually the name of the component, and you just pass it the name of the component and then the path that you want it to take, which is a little different from what React usually does. By React, I mean React Router, sorry. But it's like, it takes you like 2 seconds to get used to it, and then you're like, oh, this makes perfect sense. Like, this is the component that I want in this path. Oh, yeah, that was pretty much my thing. So if you want something else there, just put your header. That is pretty much it. I'm just gonna save to get rid of ESLint. And now, let's go to the routes in the home. Okay, oh, Jesus, scared the crap out of me right now. That was not gonna be cool. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is can you come back, Amy? Sorry, Amy. It's gonna be like the best recorded talk ever. So, I'm gonna come here and create state. How do you usually create state? You have to create like a constructor, and that's it. This.state. I'm gonna show you how to create state in Preact. It's really cool, look. It's done. Oh shit, seriously? There we go. So, state. And now I set here whatever I want. So I'm gonna set cities to an empty array. And what I'm gonna do is take this semicolon off, and then I'm gonna use component.
I don't feel like you know exactly.
Okay. I'm gonna use component did mount to get all the stuff and put it in the state like we're all used to. So component did mount, and let's import Axios. Okay, you need to understand that this thing here is like keeping me from actually touching the keyboard. See? She gets it. Import Axios, and now I'm gonna like Axios. And I'm gonna get the URL. So this is actually what it returns me. Just returns me a bunch of arrays. There are like 600 cities that have Uber. I'm not even kidding you right now. It's kind of amazing. So Axios, and Axios is gonna get this. And then I'm gonna get the response, and from the response, I'm gonna get the response.data. Just ignore this is like to JSON. And then I am gonna set the state. So in here, I get the cities, and I'm gonna say this.set state, and just cities. Oh, I don't need this. Sorry. Oh, shit. God damn it. There we go. That was hard. Oh, I misspelled it on the top. Cool. Okay, so now in this render method, I told you that you can have multiple things here. Like you can actually get the props and get the state. So the first thing is the props, and we don't have any props, so let's just ignore that. And then in here, you can just pass cities inside, if you can spell cities, and amazing. So no like doing this, which is like const cities equals this, that state. This is not cool. Okay, even if it was well typed, it wasn't going to be cool. Okay, so let's do like the normal thing where I come here and I say cities. I swear I'm a programmer. Great, can confirm this. Okay, so cities.map, and I am gonna like map all over a city, and I'm gonna create an li, and just say so city. Yeah, and appropriately named it city as well, which is like pretty cool, I guess. And li. Okay. So the thing is, this is going to obviously fail because I need to check if there is actually cities inside of it. So cities, the length. Oh, crap, I don't know how to write a length. Wait. Oh crap. Is it that? Is it that? Okay, cool. If cities that length is big. No one told me. Are you serious? Screw you guys, I have this, I have autocorrect. So if there is length, map it all over the place. If there isn't, just show a thing that says loading. And the plus on it, because that looks cool, right? So let's go here. And okay, I'm gonna reload the page. So loading, and there we go. Sorry about that, I forgot there was a mic here. And there we go. I think this is like the simplest thing that I can show you right now, is just getting actual data. And as you can see, like a really cool thing is that you get all the stuff right here. State is a really simple thing to update and to create. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, cool. Thank you so much, Amy. So this is like I think the simplest thing that I can show you is that you can actually get the state like really simply. Simple is not a word, and just it's really that easy to do something in Preact, which is something that I really like is the ability to have stuff like this, stuff like, I don't know, it feels way more natural to me that everything is binded to the context. Oh, I didn't tell you the coolest thing. So, if I create a function that is like on click, did you ever have that thing where you like create a function that is on click and inside of it you do this, that state, and then you go to the browser and it doesn't work, and you go to the console, it's like this, that state is not defined, you're like, fuck this. And you have to go back and like, this, that on click, that equals bind this, that on, no, wait. Equals this, that on click, that bind this. And then you go back to the browser and it magically works. Guess what? You don't have to do that anymore either. Which was like the biggest thing for me, because this happens every single time I actually create a function. So this was pretty much what I had to share with you guys. I just wanted you to get like a closer look of how Preact works. I can also show you how to get things from the route. So something like this. And as you can see, you get the props here. And since this prop is called user, so let's go to John, you get it as literally as just user. So it's not like this, that route, that something, that user. It's just literally this, that props, that user. And you get the user that is on the top. This is pretty much what I had to show you. I hope this was like entertaining in some way. I think it was. And I hope you learned something. And I hope you use Preact on your endeavors in coding. So that is it.